Well, it's not what they were hoping for, but what they got. Still, the taxi cab president is no less grateful for the increase they've been granted. The question, though, is how long can this last? LaDon Davis has the story.
A 10% fare hike may not seem like much, but when it comes to penny-pinching prices at the pumps, Taxi Cab Union President Wesley Ferguson says it definitely helps. The union boss, whose membership is around 2,000 strong, says a flat taxi rate is about $40. But that all depends on the baggage load and passenger numbers.
When you look at the $40 that your $45 that we may pay to travel from the airport to Paradise Island, now so you add 10% to that, so that's an additional $4. So what would have been $40 is now $44. But that doesn't take away from the bridge tolls and the airport fees. That still is added to the fare. So a lot of people don't understand when they complain about taxi rates, because sometimes they will say, I pay this particular price to do this today, and then they pay another price. But they never say how many passengers they added to the fare or to the ride. And you also have to take into consideration, especially tourists, if you're traveling with golf bikes, that's added to the fare.
The union initially proposed a 30% increase, but will settle for what they can get for now. When asked if the 10% would sustain taxi drivers in the long haul, Ferguson said this.
Maybe the government needs to be proactive and have an incremental increase in taxi rates every 2 years or 3 years or so. Because bearing in mind that these rates or these increases that we are asking for, these are not any burden on the native people of the Bahamas. So that's not on the backs of the natives. About 90 to 95% of the taxi fares are tourist orientated. So it's not that we're asking for any industrial agreement or any monies that supposedly be in the budget debate. There's something that comes directly from the tourist pocket to the taxi driver pocket.
Taxi drivers have not seen a hike in about 8 years and faced a double whammy during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Ferguson, though, is hopeful taxi drivers now have the added boost to provide better service to its customers.
Taxi drivers have to continuously upkeep their cars. They have to make sure that they can change their cars from time to time. They have bills to pay, and they, have to always have that money to put that gas in that taxi to operate for the day.
Now, if you have to catch a taxi after your flight from the airport, that 10% taxi rate increase comes into effect in September. So you have a few more months to prepare. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDon Davis.